It's a great spectacle for Test cricket for everyone to watch. I think it was a very hard-fought series. We played a great first game, but I think South Africa did amazingly well to fight back in the second and then capitalize on that same momentum in the third game as well. I think in both the Test matches that they won, they were much more clinical with the ball in the crunch moments. And to be honest, a bit of lapse of concentration at times from us as well, which cost us important moments. And as I said, they were able to seize those moments, and we know how Test matches can swing your way if you really capitalized on that important hour every now and then, which I think they managed to do pretty well, and absolutely deserving winners at the end.
In turning up here, many would have given you every chance, absolutely every chance of doing what you hadn't done before. Tell me what you would do different, or what you feel you could do different to shift that and ensure that you might end up on the right side of results.
Well, as I said, I mean, you know, one of the challenges that we have faced over the years touring abroad has been to make sure that we capitalize on the momentum when it's on our side. When we do that, we have won Test matches quite a bit away from home as well. But when we haven't, we've actually had lapses of concentrations which have been quite bad, and those have actually cost us the Test match completely. Half an hour, 45 minutes of you could say lack of application at times, quality bowling from the opposition as well in this series. But that's what we basically boil it down to. You know, we've had a few collapses now which have cost us important moments and eventually the Test matches.
How worrying is that with a side that is particularly experienced? And I suppose I look at the batting more than anything else in terms of experience, and I suppose talk also of the difficulty of conditions here in South Africa.
Well, it is definitely batting. I mean, I don't think that we can pinpoint any other aspect of our game as a team. Look, the conditions, you know, people talk about pace and bounce. I think their bowlers, considering their heights as well, they were able to get much more off the wickets in all three Test matches. We batted really well against them in the first one, but I think the second and third, they applied the pressure for long enough for us to make those mistakes, eventually a few good balls as well. So yeah, it's the understanding of the conditions for them, which obviously they know very well. Our bowlers, I think, bowled incredibly well, but they were just better in terms of applying pressure on us for longer periods of time. And yes, the batting obviously has to be looked into. There's no running away from that. You know, having collapses every now and then is not a good thing, and that's something that we need to analyze and correct moving forward.
Now, feelings are something that are, you know, difficult to get a hold of after something has happened straight away. But with all the build-up, with all the expectation, are you able to tell me how you feel here with this opportunity lost?
Well, obviously very disappointed. I mean, as I said, look, we know how far we've come as a team. I mean, the fact that we come to South Africa and people expect us to beat the South African team in their home conditions is testimony to what we've done in the past. But that doesn't guarantee you any results. You still have to come out here and play hard cricket, which we failed to do this time around. And I'm not going to stand here and say, oh, but we won in Australia and we won in England. You have to turn up to every series and try to win that series. And we haven't done it in South Africa, and that's the reality of the situation. We need to accept it, get better, move forward, and come back better cricketers. And you give credit to the opposition where it's due, and definitely this time around, as the case was the last time as well, South Africa were much better than us in their own conditions.
Tell me of the things that you are happy with within your side, though, on this tour.
Well, I think the way KL batted as an opener was quite heartening to see. Mayank Agarwal got stuck in as well on a couple of occasions. Obviously, the bowling was outstanding. You know, a few crucial knocks from the guys through those middle over periods, and eventually Rishabh's knock in the second innings of this Test match was quite special. So those are a few things that we can take back as positives. Obviously, the first win at Centurion was very special as well. So yeah, you take out whatever you can from a series like this, and as I said, move ahead, come back improved cricketers, and try to do